Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my fully finished pastel-citycore island, Starlit. I've been working on Starlit for the past year and 9 months. That is a long time, at least for me, to spend working on an island, but I feel like I took things really nice and slow. I didn't play as obsessively as I normally would this past year. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. But what I do know is that you clicked on this video because you want to see an island tour. So let's get started. First things first, I will show you my map, and I'll also show you this map. I drew this one myself. I hope you guys like it. I spent a lot of hours on it. I put way too much detail into the buildings for them to be so small. Oh well. But yeah, Starlit's dream address is also on the screen here, so if you would like to follow along or if you'd like to visit on your own, there it is. Also, by the time this video is out, I should have already uploaded my map to Twitter, now called X. There will be a link to that in the description. Also in the description will be a link to my Google Docs doc for this island, which is a list of codes for all of the designs that I've used on Starlit. The villagers that currently reside on Starlit, and will forever reside on Starlit, are Jitters, Gale, Bones, Dobie, Judy, Daisy, Ione, Etoile, Sasha, and Henry. So I recorded the intro and then went to go talk to Luna to upload my island, and I came back and everybody's here! Everyone came to say hi for the island tour. This is so rare and so special. And then they all started waving at each other. Oh my gosh. When you arrive on Starlit via Dream Address, you'll be plopped right about here in front of Resident Services. Down here you'll find some goodies laid out for you, so don't forget to pick them up if you want. I don't know where to start. Let's go this way. If you follow this road a little bit to the right and then down, you will find Starlit's entrance. This has got to be my favorite one that I've made so far. Then across from the entrance is a convenience store, a 7 Kuma to be exact. Back on the other side of the road and to the left are some apartment buildings. You can climb to the top of these to get a cool view of the area. I'm just gonna pick all these up. And we are back at Resident Services. I thought I'd show you guys a few more clips of the area because I didn't really get a chance to in the beginning. Here's the island flag. I didn't really know what to do for this one, so I just went with a star. Star, Starlit, so creative, I know. Across from Resident Services are some villager houses and one of the beaches. On the right here is Jitter's house, and I will show you how I decorated it. This is Henry's house, and here's how I decorated the inside. As you can tell, I took a lot of inspiration from his original house. I'm kind of sad that Henry isn't home right now because obviously you guys won't be able to go inside his house and see. I mean, if you wait long enough at my island, he might pop into his house? I don't know. But at least I can actually show you guys what it looks like here. Next to Henry is Dobie, and again, he's not home right now, so here's a clip of what it looks like inside. Down on the beach is Sasha's house. Again, I'll show you what the inside looks like. It's supposed to be something like a smoothie shop. Over here is the campsite. Then in back of the campsite, there's this little path that you can take to get back to the sidewalk and main road. This little pink building was supposed to be some sort of shop, but I didn't end up decorating it any further than this. It's just a space filler. And this beach I decorated pretty simply as well. It's just such a tiny little space, I didn't really know what to put there. Oh, and up behind the pink building is Eon's house. From this angle, her roof kind of looks like the building's roof. I thought that was pretty cool looking. It was a good experiment. And here's the inside of Eon's house. Now we're going to make our way up this incline. To the right will be the area for Nook's Cranny. Right away here on the corner is a little bus stop. You know I love my bus stops. Then we've got the parking lot. A little loading zone up here. And of course, Nook's Cranny. On the bottom right here is a shortcut which will take us back down to where the entrance and convenience store are. Down below this roundabout is one of the beaches. And right here is my house, but I want to show you guys a few things in this area first, and then we'll come back. Right across from my house is a little parking lot, and this parking lot is meant to be used for the school, which is on the other side of this bridge. I guess this would be considered the entrance to the school. This area, the entrance, we've got some benches on this side and some vending machines on the other. And in front of the school, we've got this beautiful fountain. I love this school, however, I can never seem to get a good shot of the front. There we go, that one's decent. Good enough. Over here, we've got a picnic bench and a place to store bikes. Right here is a hidden staircase that leads you into the school. There's one on the opposite side as well. This first classroom is kind of like an artsy, craftsy kind of room. This would be my favorite classroom. My favorite class in school was art. Anything to do with art. And this one is more of your typical classroom. Below the school on the beach is a basketball court. Just pretend it makes sense, please. And over here we have Gulliver. Sorry, Gullivar. I'm just gonna leave him be. Also on the beach we've got a playground gym, a volleyball net. To the right is the dock. And right above that is a swimming spot. If you continue on up this way, you'll get to a boardwalk, which is guarded by this ocean sunfish. He's very friendly, don't worry. And on this big rock here is a fishing spot. Then the boardwalk leads to this area, which we will come back to later. And I didn't end up decorating the rest of the beach too much, but the boardwalk does continue on a little bit and also leads to another area, which again, we will come back to later. For now, we'll head back this way so that I can show you my house. Alright, here we are. Here's my house. I spent a really long time decorating my house. I actually did it in one go, and I recorded it, but I never actually ended up finishing the video or uploading it. All edited down, the video was close to an hour long, and I was not about to do a full voiceover for it. And I don't know, my interior decorating videos never seem to do very well at all, so I didn't really think it was worth it. But I am super happy to show it off all fully finished. I am so in love with how it turned out. Like, like hands down probably the best house I've ever decorated. So yeah, this is my living room and I'm doing quite a bad job at showing it off. I don't know what I'm doing with the camera. Later on I remembered that you can zoom out while in camera mode, and that would have been so helpful for this room and like all the rooms. But yeah, I did something a little bit different. I closed off that back door, like I covered it up, and I used those wall dividers. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but they're from Happy Home Paradise. And I also used the counters from Happy Home Paradise as well. I think this room has an interesting shape, and yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out. I also played around with the lighting in all the rooms, which really helped to make it feel very cozy. Guys, a weird bird just broke into my house. What do I do? Just kidding, Jitters. Although you did arrive unannounced. Alright, moving on. Next up is the kitchen. This is another one that I'm super proud of. I managed to fit so much in such a tiny room. It feels kind of cluttered, but also very cozy. He's so weird. Okay, through this door is the bathroom. I put the toilet and sink in a separate little room, and in one corner we have the washer and dryer, and in the back corner we have the bath. Oh, and no house of mine would be complete without the pom-pom pudding butt rug. This time around it went in the bathroom. A very fitting spot for it if you ask me. If I stay any longer, I'll spoil my muscles. Gotta keep these bulging rascals in line. Okay, Jitters. Yeah, flex you later. Get out of my house. Okay, up here is my bedroom. Well, the right side is, left side is the closet. Of course, we've got the pink gamer setup. And over here, we've got the super cozy looking twin stars bed. Oh, what I would give to lay on this bed. I just know I'd have the best sleep of my life. Also, these plushies that look like they're on the bed are actually some dreamy wall shelves that I placed on the wall. And in this corner, if I can maneuver my camera around properly, is a messy little corner, like a little TV corner with a mini fridge. I don't know, this corner feels very nostalgic to me, especially with the old style TV. It reminds me of my childhood home. I spend a lot of time in front of a TV like this, whether that be actually watching TV or playing on the Wii. I did not have a mini fridge though, but that was probably for the best. And over here is the closet. Obviously, I went for more of a walk-in closet. Mind you, I've never experienced having a walk-in closet, but I have seen pictures of walk-in closets that have windows, so I figured maybe I would put a vanity in here, like a plant, and bookshelves, I guess. It's more of a storage room at this point, isn't it? And as for my basement, I will not be showing it off quite yet, but we will be coming back to it later from another area, if you get what I mean. Other than that, that's all for my house. So as you can tell, time has progressed a bit and it is darker out, and the sky is filled with stars. I purposefully set my island's dream on a day where there's a meteor shower, so if you stick around for a bit, I think like maybe around 15 minutes or so, you will hopefully get to wish on some shooting stars. Oh, and I'm not sure if the visiting NPCs will appear in dream addresses, but Celeste is currently here. Alright, now we're going to head up this way. Right away on the left, we have a part of the river, and in front of that is a little fishing spot. Isn't it so cute? My villagers sit on this little corner all the time. It's adorable. You'll see Henry here later. Across the road is another bus stop. And over here is a bubble tea shop. And right where the door is supposed to be is actually a warp pipe, which leads to my basement. I mean, the inside of the bubble tea shop. It looks a bit better from this angle. Also, right here is when I remembered that you could zoom out further with the camera. That would have come in really handy earlier. Like, this is a way better way of showing off a room. Oh well. And up this way is the train station. This is one of my most favorite builds that I've done on this island. So on the left here we have something like an information desk, and in the window, of course, I had to put a picture of Porter. There he is. Oh, I miss him. And here's the train. I made these train designs on face cutout standees, and just like on my last Citycore island, I put villager photos behind the standees, so it looks like the train actually has passengers. Beside the train station is the post office. the laundromat. Also, right here, you can get to the boardwalk that I showed you earlier. Now, let's head back this way. So yeah, we're gonna continue on up this incline. Up here is a little roundabout like the one down below, but this one has a fountain that you can sit on. I love it so much. And this is also the area where I put my Able Sisters shop. It is right behind me, as you can see. And right outside of Able's is a little display of some custom designs that I really like. Hopefully I have found the creator codes for these and have put them on the screen. Oh yeah, so this is horrible timing. Bones is sick and I didn't know that. I don't know if he will appear sick in his house when you guys come to visit. You'll have to let me know. I'm so curious. But yeah, we'll go visit him and bring him some medicine in a bit. But in the meantime, here is another convenience store. I actually built this one before I built the other one, and before I made the 7 Kuma designs, so I didn't really have anywhere to put them, but this is a 7 Kuma, just so you're aware. At least the truck is here to give you a hint. Up next is the museum. I'm really happy with how I decorated this one. I love the symmetry and just the general choice of decorations that I chose, especially the string lights. Oh, and there's a little alley here where I put a bunch of capsule machines. Up behind the museum is Bones' house. Oh, poor Bones. Who did this to you? But also please, 6 feet. You are actually sneezing on me. I don't know if you know this. So this is Bones' house. It is of course a library. I designed it based on his original house, but of course I had to put my own spin on it. However, this doesn't look like a very comfortable place to be sick. So Bones, we will be back in a bit with some medicine for you. This sidewalk loops around the back of Bones' house and comes out the other side. Back here in the corner is a little incline and it leads down to Red's Beach. To the right of the museum, the road kind of dead ends, but we have Etoile's house. Here's what the inside looks like. And behind Etoile's house are some more apartments, and Daisy's house. And of course, here's the inside. You can take this little path beside Daisy's house to get to the rocks and to a little spot. I know a spot. That in my head I like to call Secret Picnic. I call it that in my head. It sounds so silly to say it out loud. Secret Picnic. Oh, and you can also get to the beach from here. Now we're going to make our way back to where Abel's is. I do apologize for all the going back and forth. This tour didn't really flow the best. It would have made sense to actually use all the shortcuts that I put in. However, I wanted to show off my island in a certain order, so it is what it is, I guess. To the left of Abel's is actually the very first build that I did on this island. It's a forced perspective view of a city. I struggle a lot with forced perspective builds, but I think they look so awesome, so I tried. My favorite part of this build, honestly, is the trains right below here. I just think they look so good. The perspective, nailed it. Here is Gail's house, and the inside. This right here is a flower shop. I like to imagine that Gail runs it. And up behind the flower shop is what was an experimental design. These panels were meant to be facing sideways, but long story short, it did not look good. So I ended up putting them up there. I must say though, it looks pretty cool, and I'd like to try using them again in a future build. This is Judy's house. Here is the inside. You can use this incline to get to yet another beach. This is the last one, I promise. This was the very last spot that I decorated on Starlit. I was going through my storage and saw the pink Plaza game stand and thought, I have to fit it in somewhere. I originally picked it up because I wanted to try and use it in a street market in place of a stall. This is kind of the same vibe. I hid the game part behind a cliff and a panel, and it made for a pretty cute ice cream stall. Bonus points for the lights. And finally, we're going to use this land bridge to get back to Nook's Cranny so that we can get some medicine for Bones. There are actually a couple of things that I forgot to show earlier, one of them being this peach and this cherry blossom walkway, little shortcut. Now we're gonna zoom on back to Bones' house to give him his medicine. Here you go, Bones. Sorry it took so long. Oh, his legs are wibbly. Here you go, Bones, your medicine. I hope you feel better soon. Alright, that concludes my island tour. I hope you enjoyed. Again, my map, dream address, and all of the design codes are in the description. If you visit my island and happen to take screenshots and happen to post them, please tag me. I would love to see them. If you enjoyed the video, it would mean a lot if you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!